Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Nicole and I love makeup and especially eyeshadow and especially indie eyeshadow. And this is what this video is all about because we're trying the new Glaminatrix Cosmetics Timeless Tones eyeshadow palette. This is how it looks. It is really pretty. I really do love this color story. This is so me. The cool tones, the blues, the greens, I love it. And in today's video, I'm going to create two looks with this palette. One a very colorful one and this one which is a little bit more elegant, a little bit more on the neutral side, but still dramatic because we love dramatic makeup here on this channel. I should show you some swatches now, or I already have shown you. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't even swatched this palette yet. I just have used it. I wasn't able to use every single shade in this palette in this video, but I have some YouTube shorts that might already be up or will shortly after this video goes live, and I will of course continue to create looks with this beautiful palette because this is such a me color story. And spoiler alert, I'm really impressed with the formulation as well, so I'm really excited to use this one more. I'm in love. I'm in love. I wanted to mention that I've ordered this palette via Monolith, which is a European retailer for indie brands. I paid 62 euros for it, and I think you can get it on the Glaminatrix website for 55 euro. If I'm not totally mistaken. So this palette is already alive as well. I think this was released 2 or 3 weeks ago. Takes some time for stuff to reach Europe. That's just how it is. And one thing I wanted to mention as well, I think I mentioned it in the looks. I've just changed I've changed a lot with my audio setting, and I think I watched some of the clips I already filmed. I think the audio is a lot better, but please let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Was it better before? Is it better now? Am I just imagining that it's better because I know of the changes? Please let me know down below. I'm very curious because the audio quality was always something that I wasn't super happy with, and now I think I figured it out, and I think it's a little bit better, or a lot better, if you ask me. But please let me know your feedback so I can become better. I also did change a few settings with my camera for the image, so please let me know about that as well, if you like it better or not, or if you don't see a difference at all. But now, without any further ado, let's just jump into the first look. I'm so excited to film this look. This is my first look for this video with the Glaminatrix Timeless Tones. I already filmed 2 looks with this palette for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and now it's time to film the first look for this long form video, and I want to play with the green row. So I think I want to start with the deepest shade, which is this one right here. It's called Vintage. Okay, so I'm putting this on a tiny brush, or it's not tiny, but it's on the smaller side, and I put this into my outer corner. This is a very deep dramatic shade. I love it. I love that this palette has really deep, almost black shades in it, which makes it so dramatic. I'm so into that. Also, another reason why I'm excited to film this video is not only the beautiful palette, but I just changed my audio setup a little bit, and so my microphone is a lot closer to me, and I just hope that my audio quality is getting better through that changes, and I'm really excited to hear the audio of that video. And I would be so curious to know from you, do you think the changes were worth it? Do you think the audio quality is better now? Please let me know. I'm trying my best here, and I'm really happy with the image quality. but I'm not super happy with the audio quality, and I just hope it gets better with these changes. Have you already seen the new palette that Glaminatrix has released, The Tones of Turd? I'm so in love with the theming. It's not normal. Oh, it's so funny to me. Like I have a very childish humor. But I think it's such a great idea. I was so sad. I woke up this morning and I had no idea that this palette was releasing today. And I woke up and I saw it and I wanted to get it, and it already sold out. Like they released it with a pre-order that ships in 2 weeks, and this is completely sold out. And then they have another pre-order for in 6 weeks, which is not sold out. But I think I will just wait until it gets to Monolith and order it there. Yeah, that made me a little sad because I wanted the palette so much. I don't have a lot of warm toned, grungy palettes like this, and these aren't typically my colors. So it fills a gap in my collection because I don't have a lot of it, and just love the theming so much that because of that, this release makes a lot of sense to me for me. But that's just how it is. Sometimes I just have to wait until it gets to Monolith with the next launch and get it there. That's not a big deal. But I'm so excited for this palette because I have to say this Timeless Tones palette I'm using right now, this is my first Glaminatrix palette I've ever tried, and I'm really impressed with the formulation. It's so good. It's so good. It's so easy to work with, and I've used the black for a black smoky eye in one of the looks, and it was just so easy to do. It was just so blendable and so easy, and it looked so good. It looks so good. And normally if I work with a black especially, I get so nervous because it's just nerve-wracking to work with black eyeshadow sometimes. And I didn't have that feeling at all with this one because it's still very black and very deep, but it's at the same time so easy. I really love it. I'm using the same shade now with this brush. It's a Cinch EO1, and I'm putting this on on the lower lash line. Okay, I need to work very carefully with this shade because it's super deep, but I want this to be very smoky in the outer corner on the lower lash line as well. So that's fine. I love this brush. I will do a brush video because some people requested it in some comments, and I'm very happy to share what brushes I'm using and how I like them. The problem is I have a lot of brushes that are from BH Cosmetics and other brands that are no longer available, or the brushes are just discontinued. And that's the thing, if you take care of your brushes good, you don't have to get new brushes because your old ones are still going to work just fine. But I will definitely do that if I'm at a point where I've found enough like dupes for the brushes I love, so I can recommend them to you. And I've bought this one with my last Monolith order, and I'm just so impressed. Like, this is such an innovative brush. You can use it for so many different things. It's a little bit pricey with I think it costed me 16 euros, which is like medium pricing for brushes, I think, and I'm fine paying that amount of money for a good brush. And this is a great one. This is really good because it's so versatile, and it's just such a unique brush. I have nothing like this in my collection. I have around 100 brushes here. So I have never had something like this. This is really great. If you're just getting one brush from Cinch Beauty, it should be this, because this is amazing. This is such an impressive brush. I think that looks good, and I'm using the same Cinch brush for the next step. And if I have a brush that I want to use for multiple colors in a look, I just take the brush and I take like a spray brush cleanser like this, and I just spray it, rub it off on a towel until it's dry, and then you just can use it. So that's I do it like with every look, because I just have brushes that I like for multiple things and for multiple steps in my eye makeup routine. And yeah, that's how I do it. I take the medium toned green next. This is the shade Classic, using the same Cinch brush, and I use this to put this like around the edges of the deeper shade. I really press this into the edge of this deep shade. I think this really helps to blend the deep shade and the medium shade together. And then I just blend out the medium shade with the lighter one that's in this palette. I also use this brush to apply the medium tone on the lower lash line, like this. This is getting very dramatic, but now we're going to use the light green shade right here, the Glamour shade. And I use this on a quite fluffy blending brush. And I start here in the front of my crease. Then I start blending this medium toned green with this shade. I also think a lot of the looks I've seen with this palette are very muted and very natural, which is to be expected from a palette like that, I think. But at the same time, you can do very dramatic looks with this palette as well, and that's what I want to show you. Like, I want to show you the dramatic side of this palette, because I think this palette can be so much fun if you use it in a dramatic way. Like, at least that is fun for me. Like, for other people, natural makeup might be fun, but but I love a look like this. It's so dramatic, so much fun. And again, this is really easy to blend out. Like, I'm so impressed by the quality of these mattes. They are blending like a dream. Okay, I think this blend looks fine. I like this side a little bit more than this one, but that's just how it is. Like, one side is always better than the other one. That's how it is. Okay, I now want to use a fluffy blending brush to blend out the lower lash line a little bit more. I'm using a clean blending brush without the pastel shade on it, because I don't want to put on a lot more green to the lower lash line. I think that would I don't know how to describe it. I think it just wouldn't look great if we put on more green there. I think we should just blend with the clean brush. Yeah. I think that looks good. Okay. Now what I want to do is I use the first very small blending brush we applied the deep green with. I just clean it, as I showed you before, and I just use a little bit of this medium tone to perfect the blending, so we get this really smooth transition from the dark green to the light one. So maybe I'm going in with the lightest green as well in the end to really perfect this blending. Even though it's very easy to blend these shades, of course you have to go back and forth between the different shades to really perfect the blending. That's just how eyeshadow works. Like, yeah. That you still have to do that, but it's very easy with these shades. I think I fucked up the shade a little bit on this side. Maybe with a just use a little bit of powder foundation on this brush and I try to clean up the outer edge a little bit. But you know, eyeshadow looks are not 100% symmetrical. That's also just how it is. Like, yeah. So I just blend these shades together a little bit more, and then we will apply some shimmer. I'm super excited for that. I'm quite happy with the blend. This isn't perfect, but I think this is user error. I don't think this has anything to do with the eyeshadow quality. I just didn't get it as symmetrical as I wanted to, but that's just happening sometimes, you know. Like, I'm not a professional makeup artist, so I never got trained or anything like that, and I don't need to be perfect. It just has to be good enough. And I decided, did I tell you already? I don't know. I decided that I'm putting some of the light green shade on the lower lash line anyway, because I really like this shade. I think it adds a nice tone to the screen. Okay, so I clean the EO1 again. I told you this is such a versatile brush because I want to use this for my inner corner highlight as well. So I just take a little bit of this light green shade and put it on this brush, and I just put it in the inner corner, and it just fits there perfectly. I typically used pencil brushes for this, but this has the perfect size for my inner corner, and it just applies the inner corner highlight perfectly, and it immediately blends it out as well. So I'm really happy with this brush. It's just, to me, it's perfection. I think this inner corner looks a little deep on me, so I'm using one of my favorite shades in this palette, and this is a super boring shade. It's just this almost white bone colored shade, like right here. It's called Refined, and I use this on the same brush, and I just put this on top to lighten up the inner corner a little bit, so we actually have a highlighter. I think for a lot of people this light green shade is light enough for the inner corner. I'm just a pale person, so I need a very light pastel shade to actually be a highlighter on me. That's just how it is. So now I'm blending this almost white bone colored shade and the green together. I'm still in love with this palette. This is such a good color story. Everything I have to complain about later in the review section are nitpicky things that I would change if it was my palette that I designed. But I'm very happy with this palette. I'm really in love with this. Especially, I thought I would love the blues and the browns the most. But I really do enjoy green shades like these a lot because they're leaning a little bit more on the blue, on the teal side. And I really like green shades like this with my skin tone. I'm really enjoying this look. Okay, but now it's finally time for the shimmer shade. And I don't know. I definitely want to use this light topper shade called Effortless, and I want to use this one called Everlasting. And I hope, because both of these are multi-chromes, so I hope these work well together. So I'm just taking the darker Everlasting shade on my finger, and I'm putting this more towards the outer part of my lip. This is stunning. This is stunning. I need more of this shade. I put this also in the middle of the eyelid, and I just leave a tiny gap for the topper to make it a little bit lighter in the inner part. But I'm I'm in love with this shade. Like I've got years ago I've had a shade that was from MAC, which had a similar concept, I would say. It had this brown base and a green shimmer, so it was this brown green multi duochrome shade. I think it's the same here. It has this brown base and this green nice shimmer, so it's this brown green multichrome, but so much more intense, so much better than the MAC one I've had years ago. I love this. I love this so much. This is so pretty. This is such a pretty shade. Do you see that? Wow. I think other than the MAC shade, I don't have something like this in my collection. And the MAC shade is shit compared to this. Okay, now I'm taking some of the Effortless shade on a brush. And I just spray this shade with a little bit of setting spray to give it something to grip to. Typically I would use my finger for shades like this, but my finger is just not precise enough for the inner corner. This looks very yellowy on the eyelid. It has this golden sheen to it. I love how this blends together with the other multichrome. This is such a pretty shade. Oh my god. This is really gorgeous. I'm in love. This is so pretty. I'm taking this Effortless shade and put it on my lower lash line as well. I just love to have a little bit of shimmer there. It looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. I think this is another indie brand I need to look out for more, because I'm obsessed with this palette. Like, I'm on a low buy right now, as you know, and it's already hard enough to not buy too much palette, and it's getting even harder with every new brand I try and I love. But this palette is exceptionally good. I love the formula of these shades. I just can't help it. It's so stunning to work with, and it's so easy. Like, I'm impressed by the mattes the most. But I also love the shimmers, because hear me out. These are very special shades. But they don't have this creamy, weird texture to them like a lot of other indie brands have. I have really oily eyelids, so these more creamy shimmer formula tend to crease a lot on me. And I haven't experienced that with these shimmers. They're very intense, very just stunning and very shifty. But they are a little bit drier in texture, which is a good thing, because then they're not creasing that much. I just really like this palette. I honestly wished that I didn't like this, because I just have so many I've tried so many indie brands in the last 2 years, and it's getting really hard to keep track of all of them and to get all the releases that I enjoy the color story of, because quality is great with every indie brand I've tried, most of them. And now I found one more that I need to look out for. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's so good. Okay, this is the complete first look with this palette. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. I really do enjoy this look. I just applied some mascara liner on the waterline and my lipstick. I've used the Shellwe lip matte in this shade. So pretty, so pretty. I can't read the shade name. I can't read the shade name, but it's the split pan with the brown and the orange. And I've used the orange shade. It's like a burnt orange shade. I really do enjoy this lip color with a green eye look. I think it complements each other just so well. I really do enjoy this look. please let me know what do you think. And now let's jump into the second look with this palette. I'm so excited for this second look. Today I want to play with the blue, but I also want to use the brown shades I didn't use yet. So I will start with the deep brown shade called Tasteful. And I take this on my small Cinch Beauty blending brush. I want to do like a halo eye with the brown in the crease, and in the inner and outer corner I want to put blue. So what I'm going to do is I want to look straight in the mirror, and I want to relax my eyebrows, and I want to put this shade right here above my crease, like so. And I really want to focus this on the middle of my crease, like so. And then I want to start blending from there, and then in the outer corner and in the inner corner I want to put the blue. That's the plan for this look. I hope it will look good. I really do hope, because I love like a blue neutral look. Like the combination of brown and blue is really pretty. I mean, I love blue eyeshadow anyway, so every combination with blue is good. So I just do the same on the other side. By the way, I listened to one of the clips I filmed yesterday with the new audio setting, and I'm super happy with it. I really do like the changes that I made for my audio setting. I think it's way better now. But please let me know. Maybe I just think it's better and it's not. So please let me know what you think. So I like this. I have problems lately with this eye. Like, it's always a little bit patchy on there, and I don't know why. Like, the last few looks I did, this was always like really perfect, and this was like a little bit patchy. Always this side. I don't know why. I just blend this, and then we will go in with a lighter brown and perfect the blend. So I don't want this to be super intense, so I think I will start blending with the lighter shade called Lady, and I will put this on a bigger blending brush, and I start putting this on, and maybe later we will go in with the mid-tone shade, but I think I want to start blending with this one to make it a little lighter and a little softer. And yeah, I think this side looks great. This is how I wanted it to look. So I don't know why. As I said, and this hasn't this isn't the fault of the palette. Like, I've had this I've had this with other palettes as well lately, and I don't know why. I think maybe it's just a skill issue. Like, I don't know. As I said in yesterday's look, I'm not like professionally trained or something, so it definitely might be a skill issue. I also applied it. I also applied this side not as I intended to. It's what it is. I'm just here to have fun with makeup. I don't need to be perfect. Maybe I'll go in with a little bit of powder foundation and clean this up a little bit more, because this is not the shape I wanted. Annoying. I don't want to redo this. I just want to put this on and then go on with my day. I don't want to sit here for hours just trying to do this look. I think, as I said, I will just take some powder foundation, and I just will use this to clean this up a little bit. Like, it's always harder to remove pigment than to add it, but it's definitely possible. So Now where I've put this around, like the shadow on this side, I also want to put this like beneath my brow on this side, just so that it matches. Okay, I think this is way better now. I think this really evened it out. And now we can go back in with our eyeshadow and complete the blending. So back in with some of the light shade Lady. And then I re-intensify the deep shade as well a little bit. Okay, going back in with just a little bit of the deep brown shade and try to blend away the rest of the patchiness. And then I think we're good with the browns. Like, this is so annoying when the shadow gets a little bit patchy. But as I said, this is not the fault of the eyeshadow quality. I don't think that at all. I just think I should be more careful when applying my eyeshadow. Okay, I think I want to use the mid-tone brown shade called Sophisticated. I'm just taking a little bit on the same brush I've used the light brown shade with, and I just blend the deeper shade with this as well, just to perfect this. And just to have it not be that grayish, because by blending this very deep shade with the very light one, we got this gray cast, which isn't a big of a deal, but I want it to look more brown than gray. So we're going in with the mid-tone shade right now. Yeah, this side I think it's good now, but I think it will not get perfect today. Okay, I'm quite happy with how the brown looks. So I'm going in with the blue shade right now. It's called Elegant. And I'm just putting this, as I said, in the inner corner and the outer corner. And then we have to blend this like into the brown without it getting muddy. Hopefully we can do that. And then we have to put it on the lower lash line as well. Especially in the outer corner, I want to bring this blue quite high up into the crease to just have it there as well. I think that's good. And then I want to take the brush we applied the deeper brown shade with, and I'm just using this to blend the blue and the brown together. We might have to go back and forth between those two shades to get a really nice blend, because you know, brown and blue are quite different shades. But yeah, that's how I imagined that look. I really like how these shades blend together, because the brown is more on the grayish side and the blue also has these gray undertones. They blend together really, really nicely. And they, yeah, because their undertones are quite similar with this gray undertone. So this is looking really nice. And now let's do the lower lash line. I think on the lower lash line I want to mainly do the blue. So I'm just taking a little bit more of the Elegant shade and I put this on the outside of the lower lash line and also on the inside of it, like so, like we would do with a normal halo eye with just the blue. I also start blending it out a little bit, and same on the other side. I wiped off the small blending brush we used for the deep brown, and I just want to blend the lower lash line a little bit more. And I've made a little mistake here as well. I just blended the blue a little tiny bit too low, which happens when you film and the mirror is way too far away from you. So I just grab a little bit powder foundation and I just blend it away, and then it looks just fine. Like powder foundation to clean up your eyeshadow when you made mistakes, such a game changer. I love this trick because I always make mistakes with my eyeshadow. Okay. I really do enjoy this. And I don't know. I don't know what kind of shimmer I want to use for this look. I think maybe one of the green shimmers I've used yesterday, like the one with the more yellow sheen, would look so nice. It would give this look such a great contrast. But it also would be nice to just use one of the blue shimmers or one of the neutral shimmers. So I don't know. I would ask you for help, but when you watch this look has already been done and most likely have been washed off. So I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like every single shimmer in this palette, like most of them, maybe except for the very deep ones, would go amazingly with this look. I love, love a neutral with blue combined in one look. It just looks so, it just has something so elegant to it. I really do love it. So I just want to perfect the blend a little bit, and then we'll do the shimmer. Yeah, I just took a closer look at the look, and I noticed that this side the brown looks a lot more gray than on this, and I think it is because I wasn't careful enough when blending the blue. So I just mixed a little bit of blue and the deep brown for this side to just make it a little bit more grayish on this side as well. And I think that makes a difference and makes it a lot more symmetrical, like in the colors. Okay, what I want to do next is taking a little bit of the lightest matte in a palette called Refined, and I just take it a little bit and I put it on as a brow highlighter. I typically don't do that. I think with this look it just fits very well. So we will do this. Highlight the brow bone just a little bit. And I think because we blended the brown on this side so much to get the patchiness away, I think that really helps to make this look more symmetrical and a little bit more clean. I'm really happy with the blend now. I'm really happy with it. And it looks so smoky and dramatic. I really love that. Now we have to decide which shimmer we are going to use. Like, I would like this delicate shade because it would be so dramatic. It would be really dramatic because the contrast would be so high because the shade is so light. Then we would have this blue purple multichrome. We would have this or this one. Like, these are the four I would like to use. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, picking the right shimmer for a look is sometimes the easiest part and sometimes it's the hardest. Because sometimes you just have this one shimmer in the palette that goes with the look and you're like, okay, I'm using that. And sometimes you have so many options like right now, that makes it really hard. I think I want to use this shade, but I've already used it in a look and I haven't used this shade. This makes it really tough. But I want to use the shade that I think is a better match. So we're going with the expensive shade. And I'm just taking this on my finger and I'm pressing this in the middle of the lid. I think that's the right choice. These shimmers are so beautiful. They're just great. I love them. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. I bring it quite high into the crease. I don't want to cover it. I don't want it to cover the entire brown we put on, but a little bit. So pretty. Wow. This shade is something else. It is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay, to blend this out better, I want to use a small clean blending brush and I just blend around the edges of the shimmer. And sometimes after doing this I need to re-intensify a shimmer, but we will see if I need to do this with this one. Look at that. It looks so beautiful and elegant. I love it. I really do love it. And especially because it's this topper shade. You see the other shades we've laid underneath, you see them shine through. And this makes it so special and so beautiful. Okay, when blending shimmers like this, you have to be a little bit careful because you get fallout, and I did get a little bit fallout. Sometimes it's better to blend your shimmers with a more stiff brush because you'll get less fallout. But I wanted the blend of the shimmer be really smooth with this look. So I did it the way I did, and I just take my powder brush and wipe away a little bit of the fallout. I don't get rid of all of the fallout, but I don't care. I like my face to glitter. See, I just want to re-intensify this shade in the middle. So I take a little bit more on my finger and I just put it there. And it's so pretty. Wow. I'm like really impressed with the shimmers in this palette. It's like so stunning. I could apply this shade all day long. It's so pretty. I really do hope the camera is able to pick up how beautiful this shade is. I don't think so, but this shade is really pretty, trust me. So I'm taking the same shade on a small brush and I put it also on the lower lash line where we left that gap, just to add a little bit of shimmer there. If you care about fallout and you want to recreate this look, you maybe should do your eyes first and then your foundation. Or you should be more careful with your shimmer shade. But I don't care about fallout. I think I actually will apply this shade as a face highlight as well. So for inner corner highlight, I just used the same shade we've used for the brow bone. And I just put this in the inner corner. And then your eye look is done. And I'm super happy with it. I really love it. And I especially love how this topper shade looks on top of the blue. So pretty, I love it. Now it's time to apply the expensive shade, the shimmer, as a highlighter. Yeah, this is so pretty. I love to smear this all over my face. It's so stunning. I also want to put a little bit on my nose. I like to do that. Perfect. Okay, now let's finish up the look with some mascara and eyeliner and the waterline, and then I will be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look with mascara and everything on. I really do like it. It's so pretty, especially like in real life, and I honestly don't think the camera is able to pick up how beautiful the shimmer shade is. It's just so pretty. I really love it. But now let's zoom out and talk about this palette. Okay, this palette is so beautiful. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed by the quality of these shades. Even though I had some problems with patchiness, especially today and yesterday, I think that was just user error. I have to be honest. I think I just wasn't careful enough putting on this eyeshadow, and then it just got patchy. It just happens if you're not careful. Yeah, it sucks, but sometimes that just happens, and it has nothing to do with the quality of the eyeshadow. It's just user error. And I have to say, fixing the patchiness with these shadows was quite easy. Like, I had to invest some time in blending, putting on a little bit more eyeshadow in the patchy like places, cleaned it up with some powder foundation, and it looks really good now. I'm really happy with the result I got. So this is a good sign for good quality, that you're quite easily able to fix mistakes you made. It's just it's a sign of a great formulation. I love the matte shades. Matte shades are always the most important for me. With eyeshadow, I need some good mattes to do a look, and then I just use one or two shimmers to finish it off. These are really up there with some of my favorite mattes, I have to say that. I need to try it out a little bit more to have my final thoughts on it, because this is the first time of me trying out a brand, so I need to try it out a little bit more to get my final thoughts on the eyeshadow formulation, but so far I really do love it. I really do. The shimmers, I really do love them. They're just in the sweet spot that I love. They're very shimmery, very foil, very intense shimmers, but at the same time they are dry enough. They have a dry enough texture so they don't crease like immediately. I have some shimmers like from Artitude or from Bella Beauty Bar, and they are really beautiful and even more foil than this. But they have a more wet gel-like formula that creases on me quite quickly, which is not a big deal for me. Like if I want a very intense shimmer, I'm very happy to wear one of these and just pat it out during the day, but sometimes you just want your makeup to last, and I think these shadows last a very long time on my oily eyelids, and they don't crease after like 8 or 9 hours. They're still looking perfect. I really do enjoy that. Like this is for me a perfect shimmer formulation, because it's just so intense on the one side and it has a very great lasting power on the other side, and I just really enjoy that. I don't know if you can tell that, but I am in love with this formulation and with the color story, to be honest. Like, there are blues, there are greens, there are cool tone neutrals. What else do I need? Like, to be honest, I love these blue tones. They're a little bit more on the gray side lately. I really do love them. They're just the most elegant version of a blue. I love those greens. I wore them in yesterday's look and I loved it. These greens are just so good. And browns, the neutrals, the cool tone neutrals are just so good as well. Like, I love everything about this palette. Like, I will use this more definitely to really get a feeling for the Glaminatrix formulation, but this might be my favorite palette I've tried this year so far, because it's that good. I am so in love. I have another Glaminatrix palette that I ordered together with the Timeless Chains, is the small blue palette. This is how it looks. I've used this only one time so far for a reel. And so far, this is the same quality as in this palette, which is amazing. So I definitely want to try out more of their palettes. I definitely get the new the new palette with the shit theme. I love it. I love it. That childish humor is so... it's just for me. I love it. I definitely would get that. It's a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but I don't have a lot of warm leaning palettes that are that grungy and just, yeah, warmer tones, and I really want to have something like that in my collection as well, because I love every eyeshadow color and I love to play with warm tones from time to time as well. So I definitely will get that. If the formula is as great as in this one, Glaminatrix might be one of my favorite indie brands right now, like up there with Nomad Cosmetics, for example, or Bella Beauty Bar, because the formula is really up there. It's really great. And yeah, honestly, that's what I'm expecting from an indie brand, to be totally honest. Like, I've never, let me think, I don't think that I've ever had a indie eyeshadow palette where I was like, the quality is totally shit. I've never had that. I only had indie brands that are great. I still have personal preferences when it comes to formula, color stories, etc. But I've never come across an indie palette that wasn't good. I mean, I haven't tried everything that's out there, but the stuff I've tried was great. So I don't know why I'm so impressed, because it's just that what I'm expecting from indie brands, which is amazing quality. I have to say, I didn't mention that yet. The packaging feels so high quality. Sometimes with indie brands, especially indie brands that aren't that expensive, like I would say Glaminatrix is like in the more medium price segment for indie brands. Like I've paid 62 euros for this palette, which for 20 eyeshadows it's a fair pricing, I think. But I've had some indie brands that do like 45 euro palettes and some stuff like that, where the packaging wasn't that great. And I just tend to use palettes more that have good packaging, where it feels high quality, where it looks pretty. I just use it more if the packaging is good. So I'm very happy to tell you that the packaging is great as well. The eyeshadow is great. The color story is great. I love this palette and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to create even more looks with this one. I'm so happy with this purchase. Like this is the feeling I want to have with every palette I order, to just be happy that I got it. Yeah, I'm in love. But now let me know, what do you think? Which look was your favorite? Are you interested in this palette? Please let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It would help me out a lot. And I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!